Well, grab your jacket, get your keys, find that record you please. It's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Go, Johnny G, go. Find that rare one you never know at Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live on this Saturday evening, this May 2nd already, 2026. Want to welcome you to the 50s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show on this. I like today. It was kind of chilly, but I like it cold like this. But anyway, I want to welcome you to the program tonight as we're recovering from Bill Olb did a fantastic show on Thursday afternoon. If you missed it, check it out on the archive. Lots of people checking out your show, Bill, and received so many great emails for your guest spot here. So Bill will be back later this month here on a Thursday afternoon, so stay tuned. But we're here tonight to spin your requests. I got a bunch of bonus records. Not a bunch, but I got some. I got a Collector's Corner record of the week. Of course, we're going to open. This is so for this show here. So just so new listeners coming into the program here, I broke this Saturday show into two parts because I get so many requests. So what I decided to do was, and I play the records by year. So this show will go up to 1957. So those of you that have sent me requests, I mean, by the way, we're here on Oldies and More Radio. Also, we're live on the YouTube stream. But if you sent me requests, some of you know what records I'm playing. Others might not want to be surprised, and you have to listen to both shows, either live or on the archive. But that's how it'll work, or you ask me which song I'm going to play for you. But anyway, that's how it's going to work. So we'll go through 1957. I got an opener, an up-tempo, and then I think we're opening up from 1950 tonight. So if you don't like that early style rhythm and blues, okay, vocal group stuff, then this is not the show for you. You come in tomorrow or come in later on this evening. We're here till midnight for the later 1950 sounds, okay? So that's how it goes. And if you do want to make a request on a future Vinyl Treasure show, email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is for all correspondence. I think I answered everybody this week, maybe not. But we opened up, that was a cool instrumental that we opened up with. I played the flip side of this. Wait a minute, what did I do wrong? Did I play that side last time? Charlene, what did I play last time? I played that. I messed up. I was supposed to play Big Heavy. Is that what I was supposed to do, folks? I don't know if I was. But anyway, listen, you got to hear it twice there. February 1954, that's it's Cozy Eggleston and his combo on States with Cozy's Boogie. I messed that up, folks. It was supposed to be Big Heavy. Well, you're going to hear it next week. Anyway, so listen, let's just without further ado get to the first record. I picked this to open up the show tonight. George Goldner's Rama record label. This is my favorite, well, one of my favorite groups, okay? And I'm talking about the Valentines, and I love all their tunes, both A and B sides. And this is the B side to their fifth release on the Rama label, a tune written by lead singer Richard Barrett. And, well, what's really cool about this record is the instrumentation as done by Jimmy Wright and the orchestra. And this is the flip side of 20 Minutes. The song is called I'll Never Let You Go. So here we open up the vocal portion from June 56 on the Red Rama label. Here are the Valentines with I'll Never Let You Go with Richard Barrett. Sorry, folks, I messed that up.
I love you so I'll never let you go.
I love you so.
I'll never let you go.
I love you so.
I love you, pretty baby. I'll never let you go.
I love you so.
I love you, little girlie, and I want you to know. Well, that's why I love you so. I'll never let you go.
I never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
I never let you go.
I love you, pretty baby.
I never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
I never let you go.
I want you, pretty mama. I won't ever let you go.
I never let you go.
Well, just hold me. Don't ever let me go. I need you, baby, and I want you to know you're my tutti frutti. I'll never let you go. So I want your arms around me. I want you to know. Well, that's why I love you so. I'll never let you go.
I never let you go.
I'll never let you go.
I never let you go.
I need you, pretty baby, and I want you to know.
I never let you go.
I love you, baby. I'll never let you go.
There you go, folks. I'm still, Charlene, I'm in the I'm in the oldies and more chat room is where I am. But anyway, I'm still pissed that I did not play the right instrumental there. It's a bummer there. I thought I played Big Heavy last week, as I lose my mind. But anyway, I like that. I like the Valentines. I like Jimmy Wright and the orchestra. The honkin'. Let me see. I didn't put live chat here. I got to go to live chat. There you go, so I can see Big Dave Swinger in the chat room. But there you go. That was their their fifth release from June of 1956 on the Rama label. Richard Barrett and the Valentines, I'll Never Let You Go. The flip side, a great tune, also called 20 Minutes is the name of that one. So we count down the music chronologically here on the Saturday and Sunday shows. We're going to start it off here. This is actually a flip side request. Last week, what did we play? So last week I featured A Time Out for Tears. Now, that was for Ed Brown. Okay, we played that. I played Dinah Washington for Ed Brown last week. What a great record that was. I got email. I received lots of emails on that. So anyway, but let us flip it over for listener Dennis Fluharty. Asked Johnny G if I would flip over the 45, the side we heard, which was called Time Out for Tears, that was a Savannah Churchill tune that she did. Now, the flip side here that Dennis asked for is another cover tune, I think done back in earlier 1950, August 1950, for Columbia by Tony Arden. Okay, but let's give a listen to this rendition going out to listener Dennis Fluharty, November 1950, Miss Dinah Washington on the Mercury label, and her rendition of the tune Only a Moment Ago. Here you go, Dennis, for you, the great Dinah Washington.
Only a moment ago, you suddenly smiled and whispered hello, with no introduction beforehand. I felt my hand melt into your hand. Only a moment ago, my bumpity heart was letting me know that this was no commonplace story, but romance in all of its glory. Meeting you was a happy accident. Out of nowhere you came. One kiss and I was aflame. Have you got eyes? Then tell me what's your name. Only a moment ago, you might have gone by, and I'd never know. It's hard to believe I was lonely. Only a moment ago. Meeting you was a happy accident. Out of nowhere you came. One kiss and I was aflame. Baby, what might be your name? Only a moment ago, you might have gone by, and I'd never know. It's hard to believe I was lonely. Only a moment ago.
Whoops. There you go. Listen, we love to feature Dinah Washington here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Who plays that song? Nobody plays that song except Johnny G. There you go. That one there going out to Dennis Flew-Hardy. That's the sound of Miss Dinah Washington, November 1950 on the Mercury record banner. Only a Moment Ago. That's real early 45 also. I think, yeah, it's a 1950 release there. Let us continue here. I added a couple of bonus 45s here. This is one of them. I've never played this record on the program before. Okay, this is on Fred Mendelssohn's Regal record label, and it's from I think it was recorded in December of 1950. Regal put it out in January of 51. Okay, and this is Savannah Churchill. She's being backed up by the Striders on this. This comes on a 70. Well, this is on a 78. This is a styrene 45. This side plays nice. The flip side of this, which is great too, doesn't play as nice, but that's what you get with styrene 45s. But this is a styrene 45 from January 1951. The Striders are backing her up on this. Prior to this, the Striders backed her up on releases on Arco and also on RCA. But this is her first on the Regal label. Her group was Ernest Griffin, Charles Eugene, James, and James Strider. So a bonus track, tell me if you like it, from January 51, Savannah Churchill and the Striders. It's called When You Come Back to Me is the name of the tune. Here you go, a bonus track on the Regal label.
Someday we'll meet again. Life will be sweet again. My heart will beat again when you come back to me. Skies will look bright again. Things will seem right again. I'll sleep at night again when you come back to me. How lonesome I have been, how much I've cried, you never know. But loneliness and tears have only made me love you more. I'll kiss and live again, my love I'll give again to you, alone again when you come back to me.
How lonesome she has been, how much she cried, you'll never know.
But loneliness and tears have only made me love you more.
But when she comes back to me, I'll kiss and live again. My love I'll give again to you, alone again when you come back to me. When you come back to me. Back to me. To me alone.
Okay, folks, there you go. What did you think about that bonus track there? You like more of that type of bonus track or not? Anyway, there you go. That's a great sound there. That is Savannah Churchill along with the Striders from January 1951 on the Regal record label. When You Come Back to Me is the name of the tune. The flip is really good too, by the way. If you like the early sides, this is the show for you. Okay, because we're going to continue with the sides here. I got one record out of 1952, and this is a request for a listener, David Vilma, as we go to Washington, D.C. for this group. And this is this group a favorite here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. All their records are great. Okay, I'm talking about the Heartbreakers. This was their third of 4 for the RCA record label. Actually, both sides of this are great. And I think, David, you may have requested both sides. And interesting, you requested an early side. This came out in April of 1952. These are the Heartbreakers with Robert Evans on lead. And it's a question. Why don't I? And that is for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, David, for you, the great Heartbreakers.
Why don't I just forget you? Why don't I admit we are through? Why keep on crying now that we're apart? Sighing or crying never helped a broken heart. Why don't I take my heart broken and amend it with somebody new? If you wonder why don't I? It's because I'm still in love with you. Why don't I just forget you? Why don't I admit we're through? If you wonder why don't I? It's because I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you.
Okay, there you go. What a great sound there. The great sound of the Heartbreakers on the RCA record label. Their third of 4 by request for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room there, April 1952. Why don't I is the question there. What a cool record that is. David Vilma, you go from 1952 to 1976, I think, on my Soul Show. That's a lot of records. You'll have a collection like Johnny G if you do that. Let us continue here. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my Vinyl Treasure Show. It keeps the copyright police away. They kind of stayed away when Bill was here, and they're usually away from this program too, because they don't really know these records, but the 60s stuff and the early 70s, they're really buzzing around those records. But again, if you do have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I did receive some nice emails today with requests for tomorrow's show, so stay tuned for those of you that did that. Let us continue here now. Let's fill a request now for listener Mike Sape. Okay, he wants to send this song out to UK listener Indrajit Advani, and he also wants to send it out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. Okay, this group recorded for Joe Davis's JD record label. Okay, let's see. In 1953, it says the lead singer of this group was also singing lead with another group that recorded for King, the Checkers. His name was Perry Hayward, okay, and was the lead on Ghost of My Baby, which came out in April of 1953. The 45 I'm featuring from November of 1953 was first done by the Sparrows, okay? So Mike Sape requested the B-side. It features second tenor David Martin. Just reading what I got here, folks. It's their first of two on the JD record label. Maybe that goes with the flip side, Charlene, I think. But anyway, from November of 1953, here are the Sparrows. The Sparrows by request for Mike Sape, going out to Indrajit Advani and Karen Efron. It's another question. I'm asking questions too. Why Did You Leave Me is the name of the tune. This is on the JD label. Here you go, Mike.
I said, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Yes, why did you leave me?
Yeah, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me? Why did you have to go?
Well, I woke up this morning, found an open on the door. Yes, woke up this morning, found an open on the door. She says, but daddy, 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 I don't need you no more. I said, why did you leave me?
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 Well, why did you leave me?
Yes, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me? Why did you have to go?
I said, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Yes, why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me? Why did you have to go?
So come back, baby, won't you please come back to me? Yes, come back, baby, won't you please come back to me? Yes, now that you left me, I'm living in misery. I said, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Yes, why did you leave me?
Well, why did you leave me?
Why did you leave me? Why did you have to go?
So why did you leave me? Why did you have to go?
Yeah, that is surprisingly that JD. You know, sometimes the JD 45s don't play so nice. That one plays really nice, I have to say. That from November 1953. Those are the Sparrows. That's their first of two on Joe Davis's JD record label. Why Did You Leave Me is the name of the tune. That's the pink JD label for you collectors out there. And that was requested by listener Mike Sape, sending it out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room, and also to a UK listener, Indrajit Advani. And that is a cool tune there. I play all originals here, folks. If you are new to the program, Johnny G was a closeted collector for many, many years. Is because I was working, when you work in accounting, especially, and you're on a salary, the executives dump all this work on you as you move up the ladder, which I did. Then you got to manage all these people and you got to get all this stuff done. They don't care. They just want the work done. So I never had time really to get out there to go to a lot of the record shows and whatnot. It was much later that I was able to do that. And then I started to contact some people in auctions and whatnot, but I missed all the shows like UGHA. That's the one thing, if I had to do over, I would have told my managers, like, sayonara, I'm going to this thing. But I never did do that. You know, I always would get home late. My dinner would be on the stove. I'd be eating about 10 or 11 o'clock. It was crazy to do that. I mean, I'm not going to say that I wasn't rewarded for it at bonus time, but corporations expect a lot of work. Now, I don't know what they're doing with all this AI stuff. But anyway, I digress. But we play originals here. This isn't the only thing that's AI on this show is my opening theme song that David Browder has created. He also created some cool songs about me, but they're too long to play. They're like 2 minutes and 35 seconds, but they're cool tunes that he has created by some artificial person. But anyway, let us continue here. I didn't have this on a 45. Maybe I bought this a couple years ago, but I've never seen the 45. I had it on a 78, a Brunswick 78. But this is a request for listener Karen Efron in our YouTube chat, as this group hails from Brooklyn, New York. They first recorded back in 1952 for Royal Roost as the Calvin Brothers with a K. Okay, then in 1953, they ended up on Brunswick, and they became the Five Bills. Now, the group included brothers David Lee Williams, tenor, Samuel Roger Williams, baritone, Calvin Quincy Williams, tenor, and Theodore Williams, tenor, a.k.a. Teddy Van, and a cousin called Wally. And I don't know if that's the other Teddy Van. That's maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. But this is their first of two they did for the Brunswick record label from February of 1953. Going out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to the Five Bills. Is that like five $100 bills? Well, I wish this record cost that much. Okay, Five Bills on the Brunswick label. It's called Can't Wait for Tomorrow. Here, this is going out to listener Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Karen, for you.
Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for the day I'll hold you, my darling, so near you I'll stay. Though parting such sorrow, there's no need to cry. Just think of tomorrow instead of goodbye. Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for the day I'll hold you, my darling. Though parting such sorrow, there's no need to cry. think of tomorrow instead of goodbye.
There'll be temptation. There'll be temptation. Trouble to depart. Big ways in things, dear, that come from my heart. Keep faith in the things, dear, that come from my
Yeah, February 1953 release there. That one there going out to listener Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Five Bills. The Five Bills on the Brunswick record label. Can't Wait for Tomorrow is the name of the tune. That's, what did I say here? In 1954, they recorded on the Jaguar label as Four Brothers and a Cousin. And in wait a minute. Know about that. Anyway, but there you go. That's a great record there. Early sides here again, like I'm telling you. So listen, listen, everybody, music is a great thing, and I'm glad that I have younger listeners that are open to this type of music. Again, this was way before my time. I was born in 1958, class of 76, of course, but I was exposed not even to these early sides. These early sides I became exposed to listening to like the Time Capsule show and shows like that and other collector shows that played this music. So I was into, by the mid-1950s, 1954, because my Aunt Mary, she was the one that bought those records back in 1954. She used to listen to all the DJs like Alan Freed, Murray the K, Dr. Jive, all those DJs that she would tune into, and she'd go to the record store with her babysitting money, and she'd buy 45s. And she was more than the average teenager, because the average teenager, I think, only had about 50 to 145s. She had like 900, like 800 or 900 45s in her collection. She didn't take good care of them, though, and she wrote all her boyfriends' names on the records. So, but I still have them. They are a keepsake of mine. So I keep those G plus and VG minus 45s in my collection because I treasure those records. I do. But anyway, she introduced me to this music. Now, if you like more of a contemporary sound of the 1950s, you'll tune in tomorrow because I'll start off with my instrumentals from 57, but I'll start off from 1958. And then on Wednesday night, I do a soul show. And so I like rhythm and blues and soul music. That is really my favorite type of music. And I like all the other. I can't play Beach Boys and Rolling Stones and all those. I can't, not on this platform. They'll strangle me if I do that. They'll shut my program down. I can't do that. No Buddy Holly. I probably can play Richie Valens, I think. But I can't play anything with Norva Jack, okay? Because a lot of these owners of the content, they don't want their music played. They just want all the money. Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. But you can tune into you can go on my website too, my YouTube website. There's like 980 videos there, and you can check them out. But we'll have guests here. Bill Obe will be back at the end of the month, and had a great show. We'll talk about it more. Let us continue here for a Saturday evening, and let's do a flip side request for listener Big Dave Swinger, as last week I played their 12th release for Big Dave called You Can't Keep a Good Man Down, and that was with Jackie Wilson on lead, I think, for that side. And Big Dave also requested the flip side from July of 1953. Now, this side features a Billy Ward on lead, so let's give it a spin here for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room, July 53, Billy Ward and his Dominoes on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. The song is called Where Now? Is that right? Yes. Where Now, Little Heart. Here you go, Big Dave, for you, the Dominoes.
Where now, little heart, where can you go to find a love that is true and someone who loves you so? I gave love to you right from the start, and still you said we were through, so where now, little heart? You ran to the east and you ran to the west, and now, what a shame. You found that the one you thought was the best played a losing game. Come home, love mine, why stay apart? And then I'll say nevermore. Oh, where now, little heart? Where now, little heart? Where can you go to find a love that is true and someone who loves you? So I gave love to you right from the start, and still you said we were through. So where now, little heart, little heart? You ran to the east and you ran to the west, and now, what a shame. You found that the one you thought was the best played a losing game. Well, come home, love of mine, why stay apart? And then I'll say nevermore. Oh, where now, little heart? Oh, where now, little heart? Oh, where now, little heart?
Yeah, great sound of Billy Ward and the Dominoes. That one there going out to listener Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room, July 1953. We played the flip last week. The song was called You Can't Keep a Good Man Down. This side called Where Now, My Heart. Billy Ward on lead on the Federal record label. We play lots of Sid Nathan's records here. King, Deluxe, Federal, great labels to collect if you are a collector. And, you know, I really have to thank, I have a lot of big collectors that listen to the program, so they have an ear for the music, and they do send me rarer items. And some of you that are new to the hobby, you may not know a lot of these records. So I said, well, you know, I'm gonna add some bonus tracks to the show. So I know from the emails I have received that you enjoy the bonus tracks that I add to the program. This is one of the bonus tracks that I picked tonight as we go to Chicago now. We are in the 1953 block. This is the last one from 53. So let's go to Chicago. Now, in late 1948 through early 1950, this group had releases on Aristocrat, another on Chess, okay? And in August of 52, they would sign with United Records, and there were different personnel into the mid-1950s for this group. Let's see. And they continued to record. Well, we don't need that. But on this was their first of two, the United record label. Okay, the group, and I don't know if this is the right lineup, Charlene. If you did get this off of, I hope you got this off of, I think you did, because I copied it for you to type in there. This is their first of two for the United label. Now, this group, okay, per Ferdy Gonzalez, that's, when you hear me say Ferdy Gonzalez, unfortunately is no longer with us, but he used to show up on a lot of the collector shows in the early 1970s and for many, many years to promote his disco file. It was like the premier, I don't know what you want to call it, like all the data of records by vocal groups, their recording dates, their release dates, the matrix, group members, photographs. and a whole bunch. It used to be hard copy, and then it kind of expanded where it's only on CD. But unfortunately, I talked to somebody about that. Didn't I, Frank, talk to you about that? But anyway, this is their first of two on the United record label. Now, the group included Benny Cotton, Mifflin Brantford, Bill Miner, Eugene Teague, and the lead singer on this. His name is Cornell Wiley. And it's interesting because it says on the label, they're called the Dozier Boys, of course, on this one, featuring voices and alto. I mean, okay, you're going to put that on the label. Voices and alto. What else would you do with that? The tune written by Bill Putnam. Okay, and this is from March of 1953. This is a bonus track. Tell me what you think. The Dozier Boys on United. It's called I Keep Thinking of You. Here you go, a bonus track. The Dozier Boys. Here you go.
Every time I hear your name, I feel sad and kind of blue. Though I know you're not the same, I keep thinking of you. I don't want to stay at home. I'll go out with someone new, but I'll still be all alone. I keep thinking of you. Maybe someday you'll change your mind. Guess our love was just a game, 'cause your love was never true. But I'll always feel the same and keep thinking of you. Maybe someday change your mind and think of me. If you ever find the time, guess love was just a game, and your love was never true. But I'll always feel the same and keep thinking of you, my little baby. I'll always keep thinking of you.
Bonus tracks here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Those are the Dozier Boys. Their first of two on the United record label, March 1953. It's called I Keep Thinking of You is the name of the tune. If you think of Johnny G, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. See, I collect the United label. I have a lot of records on the United. There's some cool instrumentals and lots of blues records, and some are pretty rare to find on this United record label. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Record Ralph in Syracuse, New York. As you all know this person, maybe you even know this song. Okay, and this is his 7th release for Don Robey's Duke record label out of Houston, Texas, and probably his biggest hit. I think this charted number 17 on the Billboard chart, number 1 on the R&B chart. This is with Johnny Board's orchestra, and hold on a second. But his real name was John Marshall Alexander Jr., but you know him as Johnny Ace. And we're going to talk about this record after we play it. This was the original press from December of 1954, going out to listener Record Ralph, Johnny Ace on Duke Records. Most of you will know this tune. It's called Pledging My Love. Here you go, Ralph, for you, Johnny Ace.
Forever, my darling, my love will be true, always and forever. I'll love just you. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. Make this fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way.
Okay, there you go. Well, I guess we can call it hits. Well, this early in the program, and with the listeners that I have here on the program at this point, there's not going to be any AI police, no copyright police will be out. Not yet. It's when I get into about 2.5 hours of the program, then I'll have to worry. But there you go. That one there going out to listener Record Ralph, December 1954, Johnny Ace on the Duke record label. Pledging My Love is the name of the tune. That record featured in movies through the years, played on the radio, played quite a bit, always making the top 500 of CBS FM or whatever you want to talk about. They would vote this record in all the time. But the interesting thing about this, in 1958, I don't know if they intentionally wanted to re-release this record, but they did. Okay, Don Robey re-released this record, and maybe Big Dave, you know the reason why they did this. But, and I don't know if they play this one anymore from 1958, but it's different. He added vocals, he added stuff to the record. Now, this isn't that clean because I found this out in a while, but this is a 1958 press. So listen how different that press is and tell me which one you like better. This is the 58 press of Johnny Ace's Pledging My Love on Don Robey's Duke label. Here you go, folks. Listen. So don't ask me why did Robey decide to overdub a chorus in the background there with, you know, the added voices there, because I think it maybe because groups were prominent in 1958, possibility, but I'm trying to remember where I first heard that. I think I heard it on the when Jim Pewter took over for Gus Gossard in the top 200. I think that made the top, and I think he played that version, okay, because maybe he didn't have the original. But you can tell because this is the way the print is on this Duke is the 1958 press. But anyway, so I don't know, maybe something prompted them to reissue that again. I'm trying to think if anybody covered Never Let Me Go. They covered that song, but I don't know about this song. Anyway, so there you go. You got a little bit of a comparison, but it looks like the original won out, right? Yes, the original won out. Okay, they don't like the chorus. There you go. Edmund mentioned it. That's for that looks like it's for everybody, right? Both are neat. Okay, Steve likes both. But anyway, so Larry, what do you think? I was told on that he wanted to modernize the sound. Okay, it's a possibility. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Ed Brown in our YouTube chat room. Thank you for your email today, Ed. I didn't get a chance to email you back, okay? But this is the debut single for this duet, okay? And they were the answer to the New Orleans duet, Shirley and Lee. Okay, except these two were true sweethearts. They were a couple, okay? They were Forrest Gene Wilson. He was originally from San Antonio, Texas. And Eunice Levy. Okay, she was from Texarkana. I think you spelled that wrong, Charlene. It looks like Texarkana. It's not Texarkana, right? Okay, and you're from Texas. Okay, they both met at a singing contest in Los Angeles, California. And this was their debut single. It was recorded in the basement of Jake Porter's combo basement of Combo Records, wherever that was. Okay, this was a big hit for the group, number 6, probably on the R&B chart. And this also comes out on the Aladdin label, which I think I have. I just couldn't find it either. But maybe re-recorded it for Aladdin in January 12th of 55. But this is the original from September 1954, going out to Ed Brown in our YouTube chat room, Gene and Eunice on Combo Records, and the song is called Kokomo. Here you go, Ed, for you.
Talk to me, baby, whisper in my ear. Talk to me, baby, whisper in my ear. Come a little closer, don't have no fear. Don't you know I love you so? Don't you know I love you so? And I holler, hey, Kokomo. I heard what you told me, heard what you said. I heard what you told me, heard what you said. Don't worry, my pretty, won't lose my head. Don't you know I love you so? Don't you know I love you so? And I holler, hey, hey, Kokomo. On the elbows, dimples on the knees. There's dimples on the elbows, dimples on the knees. She thrills and thrills me with just a little squeeze. Don't you know I love you so? Don't you know I love you so? And I holler, hey, hey, Kokomo. Kokomo.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Ed Brown in our YouTube chat room. That's sound of Gene and Eunice. Gene and Eunice, their debut single on Jake Porter's Combo Records, September 1954. Kokomo is the name of the tune. The Flamingos also covered this record, right? I think they did. What, for Parrot, right? Let me see something, because I didn't know what Big Dave said. He said, well, Dave, I would think that the Jonesy's combo would be the true first press of this, because I have other records around this time period. Well, is it on the red label? Is it on the did they put this out on the purple reissue label too? I don't know. But anyway, it should be on the shiny combo label is how it should be. But anyway, there you go for Ed Brown. You got to send me other couple of you got to send me some more requests. I'm kind of extinguishing your requests here, but let us continue. Let's move. We are in the 1954 block now. Let's go to Harlem, New York now for another debut single for this group. This is a request for listener James Pomerico. This is on High Weiss's Old Town record label. Now, I had a chance to get this on red vinyl, but he wanted too much money. I said, no way am I going to pay all that money for a red vinyl copy. My copy that I paid $150 years and years ago, okay, for the black vinyl for, and it's a nice copy too. And I found another one in the wild that's not that bad either. But this features Herman Curtis, or a.k.a. Herman Dunham on lead. It's from January of 1954. This is for James Palmerico, the great sound of the Solitaires on Old Town Records, and their tune called Blue Valentine. Here you go, James, for you, the Solitaires.
Through the lace on the face of this card that I send, you can read one simple line. I love you, only you, though you don't love me too. You're my blue Valentine. You've been part of my heart since the night that we met. Though you never said you're mine, now you've gone far away. There's no more I can say. Then I'm blue Valentine. I wish I could send you roses that promise of love in spring. But the story I've heard discloses that you wear someone else's ring. Though I don't write my name, you'll know just the same. Look below the lace design, for the teardrops that fall spell a name you recall on my blue Valentine.
That's the great sound of the Solitaires. The Solitaires, that's their debut single on High Weiss's Old Town record label. There you go. If you collect the Old Town record label, that's Old Town number 1000 for that one there. And they are out of Harlem, New York, and that is with Herman Curtis or Herman Dunham. He used both names there, but the Solitaires, such a great group, released in January of 54, going out to listener James Palmerico. We continue in the year 1954. This is actually an old request for you, James Stone. Okay, this gal born in Vinson, Oklahoma. Larry, where's Vinson, Oklahoma in vicinity of you? Okay, her name, Wanda Cleo Stegal. Wait. Wanda Cleo Stegal Sheenan, but she recorded as Vicky Young, and she was briefly married to drummer Hal Blaine in 1955, but this is prior to that. Her first release was on Capitol was in 1953. This is her 7th release, okay, and this is a cover tune. This was first done, of course, many of you know, by Clyde McPhatter and the Drifters. Okay, but this is with the Big Dave Orchestra. I have to ask James Stone, who was the backing group on this, because there's a vocal group here. From July 1954, going out to James Stone, here is Vicky Young and a vocal group on the Capitol record label, and her rendition of the tune, Honey Love. Here you go, James, for you.
Let me know. 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 know.
I need it. When the moon is bright, I need it. When you hold me tight, I need it. In the middle of the night, I need your honey love. I want it. When the lights are low, I want it. Just before you go, I want it. 'Cause I love you so. Have a little mercy, give some honey love. Now put your arms around me. Pretend you're a loving dove. Now you squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's honey love. I'm gonna get it in the morning sun. I'm gonna get it when the day is done. I'm gonna get it 'cause it's so much fun. I'm gonna get me some honey love. Yes, I love it 'cause it feels so fine. I love it 'cause it thrills my spine. Yes, I love it 'cause you're mine, oh mine. I love your honey love.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
Let you and me get cozy, just like the fingers in a glove. Let's kiss, 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 kiss. I'm gonna need it when the moon is bright. I need it when you hold me tight. I need it in the middle of the night. I need some honey love. I need
Honey love,
I need baby.
honey love,
I need
get it, boy.
honey love. I need your honey love.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to a listener, James Stone, in our YouTube chat room. What do you say about this? Don't know who the backup group is, since it is a West Coast disc. Could be the Q's, maybe not the Q, 54 Nuggets, I think, possibly, or even the Mellow Men, all who did backup work. Definitely sounds like a white group. Vicky was underrated. Yes, she was. Anyway, there you go. That is Vicky Young from July 1954 on the Capitol record label. Her rendition of the tune Honey Love. Well, you're getting your Honey 45s here on a Saturday evening. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube channel. You keep the copyright AI police away. It's very important to do that. We've been picking up so many, I've got like over 4,200 subscribers now. So I think that's great. And I really have to thank all my listeners for all your support on this program here. You watch me in the privacy of your own living rooms or bedrooms or kitchens. My mother's watching me in the kitchen on the tablet, although she's got the PC open too, in case the tablet goes wonky. But you can also watch me on the phone. You have to be signed into YouTube. Got to open an account. I think you have to kind of deal with Gmail and all that jazz, but sometimes it's not that easy. You got to get somebody to set it up for you. Those of you that grew up listening to this music, my mother can't do it. I have to set her up on it. But anyway, let us continue here. Here's another bonus track, folks, that I've added to the mix here. Okay, this gal, R&B singer from Philadelphia, her name Doris Brown with an E. Doris Brown. She had 4 releases on Ivan Ballin's Gotham record label. This was her last release. Okay, this is with the Doc Bagby and his orchestra. And this one has to be on the shiny blue Gotham label. This is right before the Capri's record. Whatever that, what is that record? This is 303. I think 304 is the Capri's. I just, God only knows, I think, right? Yeah. But so this came out in August of 1954, and Charlene didn't hear a vocal group on this. Maybe it was a poor recording where she listens, but there was a group that backed her up. They were called the Norman Airs. The Norman Airs are her backing group. This is a bonus track from August 54. Let's give it a spin. Doris Brown on Gotham. It's called When the Moon is High. Here you go, a bonus track. Doris Brown.
When the moon is high and the stars fill the sky, all alone at night, I sit and cry. I miss your gentleness, pressed against my fingertips, and those happy dreams we shared when I knew you cared. My heart is aching. It soon will be breaking. We were mistaken when we said we were through. Come back, sweetheart. Why should we two stay apart? All it does is break my poor heart. When the moon is high, all it does is break my poor heart. When the moon is high.
Okay, there you go. That's a bonus track out of Philadelphia on the Gotham record label. That is Doris Brown and the Norman Airs. They're there, Charlene. Got to listen closely. You'll hear them humming in the background there. Okay, from August 1954, her fourth release on the Gotham label, When the Moon is High. Isn't that the saying? Did anybody see the, what is that, The Wolfman, the old movie, The Wolfman? What did that lady say? She said, when the moon is full, you shall turn into a wolf when the moon is high, right? Johnny G turns into a wolfman and I think, didn't we just have a full moon? I turned into a wolfman. I did. Anyway, let us continue here in one more out of 1954, and this is a request for listener Kid Kilowatt in our YouTube chat as we go to Indianapolis, Indiana for this great group, and you know them. They're known as the Counts, and he requested their fifth release, their fifth of 10 on Randy Wood's Dot record label, and this side features, let me see. Wait, I'm sorry. So Charlene, is that who? So Chester Brown isn't on this one, right, folks? Correct me, Karen. I know you know this. I'm just confused because I thought this was. Let me just see something. Let me see what Marv says here on. Yeah. Just let me see the counts. Who's got this here? Donald McGee, how are you? Let me just check something here. I thought this was Chester Brown. Maybe I'm wrong. Counts. is when two, so he did leads, so all leads are by Chester Brown. Yeah, all leads are by Chester Brown except Waylon Little Mama. So, Charlene, you copied the flip side of this, didn't change it. Okay, Waylon Little Mama, Love and Understanding, and Sally Walker, which are Bobby Young. So it's not Bobby Young on lead, Charlene, for this one. It's really Chester Brown. This is from July 1955. I know, because it's, May 1950. No, God, messing up. December 1954. This is the 5th of 10 for the Counts on the Dot record label, and it's with Chester Brown on lead. The song is called Let Me Go Lover. Here you go, Kid Kilowatt, for you. The Counts.
Go, go, go.
Oh, let me go, let me go, let me go, lover. Let me be, set me free from your spell. You made me weak, cut me deep, I can sleep, lover. I was cursed from the first day I fell. You don't want me, but you want me to go on wanting you. Oh, I pray that you will say that we're through. Please turn me loose. What's the use? Let me go, lover. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. You don't want me, but you want me to go on wanting you. I pray that you will say that we're through. Please turn me loose. What's the use? Let me go, lover. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Go. Let me go.
There you go, by request for listener Kid Kilowatt in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Chester Brown and the Counts. Chester Brown and the Counts doing the, thank you folks, doing the Joan Weber tune, Let Me Go Lover. That one there on Randy Wood's Dot record label. The Counts, such a great group, and it's a shame they did not do more releases. It's just, they were just a great group. They just were, from the beginning to end. Anyway, let us continue here. Let's move into 1955 as we go to California to Max Feartag's Flip record label. This is a bonus track, folks. I don't know where I got this record. It's a nice copy of this, and I don't think it's that easy to find. But again, you would think this record would not get played by the DJs. Would you play a record that was by the Flippers? I mean, what's a flipper? I'm a flipper when I flip my baseball cards. I was actually a great flipper. I would win lots of baseball cards that my father threw in the garbage. Okay, unfortunately. But I was a great flipper. But these are the Flippers, okay, from May of 1955. I think it's a mixed group because I think it's guys and gals in here with this group. So let's give it a spin. This is a bonus track on the Flip record label out of Hollywood, California. The Flippers with My Aching Heart. Here you go, a bonus track from May 1955.
My aching heart just ache and ache. Darling, won't you give it just one more break? Try and understand. Mistakes are given to me. Saving all my love, dear, for only you.
Won't you kindly let me enter into your front door? If you'll only let me enter into your life once more.
My aching heart just ache and ache. Darling, won't you give it just one more
Okay, folks, bonus tracks here on the Vinyltreasure show. I don't forget where I got that, but I collect the flip label. Listen, Bill played, and we didn't have that. What was it, the Rhythm Masters? Is that the record? Okay, so Bill didn't have the 45. I didn't have the 45. He played it off that LP, and that's because that's one of my top wants. I do have some top wants. That's one of them. But I do have lots of the other flip recordings. This is the flip side's a great up-tempo, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I was trying to research this group today real quick, and I couldn't find anything. Maybe the writers, because it's weird. The name, the last name, it's on both sides. So I would think that they were members of this group. It's the initial J. Stevens and B. Yeskin. So I looked in that Mitch Rozalski book, because that book is, it's not 100% correct, but a lot of it is correct. And in the back, they have names of singers and the groups that they recorded for. So sometimes I'm able to find that. I couldn't find anything in the California book that Steve Probst put out with somebody else, Galen Gard, I think. Again, that book is out of print. But I have to look a little bit more, but sometimes it's hard to research these records. You have to go off of memory, because just think of it, if you have the record in your hand, you can kind of do some research on the copyright, whatever. But if you don't have the record, you got to rely on, 45 Cat or Discogs to go and see the pictures to do a lot of the research. But I try to do that here with this when I do this show. That's why I spend lots of time and I think it's good. These singers need to be heard, and that's why I do this show. Okay, so we can keep these. They're all gone, most of these people. They're no longer with us. And so at least this music, to keep it alive here, we still have people around that were listening to this music when they were teenagers. So they are still here. Maybe not everybody listened to it, but lots of you have. And I hope you can discover this channel here, and maybe it brings back some good memories to you. But anyway, there you go. That is a bonus track by the Flippers. That was a yes, Timbo C. That I never liked that show. I prefer Gilligan's Island because of Mary. No, because of is it the movie star? Who was the movie star? Tina somebody, whatever her name is. But she's on an album cover too, by the way. But anyway, I didn't like Flipper. I just didn't like it. I mean, because they were swimming in the water. But these are the Flippers, May 55 on the Flip label. Let us continue here. We are in the 1955 block. Let's stay out in California as we fill a request. Actually, this is for Chris Reed. Is that right? This was a Chris Reed. Chris, I think you requested this tune. Tell me if I'm wrong. Yes. For Chris Reed as we go out to California. And some of you may be familiar with a member of this group who would later have solo releases and become a prolific songwriter and producer. That his name was H.B. Barnum, okay? And he was a member of this group. They recorded for Dootsie Williams' Dutone record label. Plus, the group's name also provided instant advertising for the label owner, Dootsie Williams. They were called the Dotones on the Dutone label. And anyway, and they were actually named after the label. Dootsie Williams did that. This is their debut single. It features Charles Gardner on lead from June of 1955, going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room, the Dotones with Teller of Fortune. Here you go, Chris, for you, the Dotones.
Teller of fortune, tell my fortune for me. Will my bright golden dreams come true? Are my wishes to be? Wedding bells for two in the future for me. Will someone I know say I love you? Someone who's on my mind. Or will the bright stars up above you tell you? My heart come true. Tell my fortune for me. Will someone I know say I love you? Love you. Someone who's on my mind. My mind. Or will the bright stars up above you? Above you. Tell you she'll always be my teller of fortune. Tell me, what do you see? Will these things in my heart come true? Please tell my fortune for me. Fortune for me.
There you go. That one there going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Great sound of California there. That was a song I first heard on the Time Capsule show, and that went on my want list for a long, long time. I eventually found a copy of that. I think it might have been from Tefteller, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other one that was harder for me to find, but I ended up finding a copy eventually, was their second one, which I think is harder than that tune there. But those are the Dotones, named after the label, from June of 1955 on Dootsie Williams' Dutone Records out of Los Angeles, California. That is Charles Garner on lead, and it's called Teller of Fortune. You know, my aunt used to like to go to the fortune tellers with the cards. I mean, I didn't do that, although I was able to get some records out of when I went to her when she went to go see somebody in Yonkers, New York. I told you about that story. They were selling stuff from the house. I said, "You got 45s here?" And so they had a whole box, and I ended up buying the whole thing. It was pretty cool. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1955 block. Let's fill a request for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat. I mentioned these two. This famous duet out of New Orleans, Louisiana, had a number of releases on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin record label. They were called, even though I don't know if they were, but they were known as the Sweethearts of the Blues. They were Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee, and they had 20 releases for the Aladdin record label. This is their 8th. Okay, a tune written by Leonard Lee. Now, Daniel, I think you said you requested this because, Cyndi Lauper recorded this record, or you heard her sing this record? I don't know if she did it or not. Okay, but anyway, we're going to play it for Daniel, who is in our chat room here. May 1955. Here are Shirley and Lee on the Aladdin record label, and their tune called Feel So Good for Daniel Kubacki. Here you go, Daniel, for you.
Feel so good now that you're home. Come let me hug you, come let me kiss you, come let me see what I've been missing. Feel so good now that you're home. Meant to be. Feel so good now that you're home. Come let me hug you, come let me kiss you, come let me see what I've been missing. Feel so good now that you're home. You. Come let me see what I've been missing. Feel so good now that you're home.
Okay, there you go. That is the original version of the song. You may have known it. I think, Eugene, you said that Rick Nelson covered this. Also, I didn't know Dale and Grace did this, Sam. I didn't know that. And also Johnny Preston, well, what is it? Feels So Fine was the song, I think, kind of like a takeoff of that, but it was that song. But there you go from May 1955 by request for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. That is Shirley and Lee. And Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee on the Aladdin record label. Feels So Good is the name of the tune. Hopefully the music, at least if you're not feeling good, makes you feel good. I know it makes me feel good. And believe me, I have lots of reasons to not feel good for a lot of different reasons, and not only health. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room as we go back to George Goldner's Rama record label. Interesting story with this. So I was a controller of a construction company worked in White Plains in the Gateway building. They're not there anymore. They would relocate to Long Island. And, of course, they fired me before they left. But anyway, so Greg would call me on the phone. I was in my office, and he said, can you come? It was like 11 o'clock. So I told my secretary, I said, look, you got to cover for me. I got to go downstairs, and I got to pick up a 45. Okay, if the executives are looking for me, tell them I'm in the bathroom or somewhere. But don't tell them where I'm going, because I got to do a record deal with my friend. So, and we were not that high up. We were like I think we were on the 4th floor. So I took the elevator down. I just was hoping not to bump into senior executives down in the lobby. That would have been a disaster. And what would I say? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm going out to pick up this 45 on the Rama label. But he was like yelling, get down here quick, I can't find a parking space. I'm double parked on one of the main streets of White Plains. So I ran down there, and he opens his trunk, and not only does he have one record, he's got like 4. And I was like, I don't have all the cash with me. So he said, well, that's okay, I'll come back, I got other things to show you. So I gave him all the cash I had, and he gave me some records, and this was one of the 45s that he sold me. And it's a request for a listener, Gordy Freeman, in our YouTube chat room. Now, the lead singer of this group recorded for a number of other groups during his career, like the Dixiaires on the Harlem record label, also the Kings on Baton, the Ravens on Argo, just to name a few, and not to mention a bunch of solo efforts. But in 1955, he would team up with Willie Ray, Big Bob Cornegay, and Willis Sanders to record as The Bells. And this is on George Goldner's Rama record label. And it's the great Joe Vanloan on lead from July 1955. Going out to Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. Here are The Bells with What Can I Tell Her Now on the Rama label. Here you go, Gordy, for you.
The time we can't be friends. Oh, but what can I tell her now? Yes, but what can I tell her now?
Okay, they like that tune there in the YouTube chat room. Well, there you go. You have people have expensive tastes. You do, but that is a great sound there. The great Joe Vanloan, what a great voice he had, really. He did. He was a member of the Bells there. The Bells on George Goldner's Rama Records from July 1955. What Can I Tell Her Now? That one there by request for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. Johnny G spinning the original vinyl 45s. We do it every Saturday right here from 9 to midnight. We're live on YouTube, also live on the Oldies and More network, oldiesandmore.com. You can hear the stream there. I'll be back tomorrow evening. We will continue with 1958, though. We're here in the 1955 block as we go back out to California now. And we go back to Max Feartag's Flip record label. This is actually a flip side, a flip side on the Flip label from last week. As I played this group, excuse me, folks, for Indrajit Advani, we heard the Falcons with a Dubia Bow was the name of the tune. But I bought it for this side of the record. Let me see what else we got. Okay, and it says right on the label here, I don't know about the Flip side, but on this side, that it features Jimmy Miller on lead. So I don't know if he was on lead on the Flip. I don't think so. If I said that, that was wrong. But anyway, this features Jimmy Miller on lead. It's mentioned on the label. This is from February 1955. This is a bonus pick. I flipped this 45 over. The Falcons on Flip. The song is called Stay Mine, a bonus track. The Falcons. Here you go.
Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Darling, you're part of me. You are the heart of me. You are my power and my weakness too. Until the end of time, please let your love stay mine. I'll always love you, please always love me too. Each night and day, darling, I pray you'll always love me so. Be with me for eternity. I'll always love you so. Until the end of time, please let your love stay mine. I'll always love you, please always love me too. Each night and day, darling, I pray you'll always love me so. Be with me for eternity, I'll always love you so. Until the end of time, please let your love stay mine. I'll always love you, please always love me too.
Okay, folks, there you go. That is a bonus track that I picked out from February 1955 on the Flip record label out of Los Angeles, California. Those are the Falcons. Okay, the Falcons with Jimmy Miller on lead. Stay Mine is the name of the tune. They have another release where they back up the singer by the name of Candy Rivers, which I do have in the collection also. Another label that I collect, the Flip record label. Let us stay out in California here. We are in this is the last one from the 1955 block as we fill up Flipside requests for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Last week, we featured Eloise Brooks and the Dreamers with her tune called Charles My Darling that Bill requested. And this week he requested the Flip Side. Okay, another side that Eloise Brooks wrote. Great two-sided 45 and it's not that easy to find. Believe it or not, I found 2 copies of this on the cheap. I did. From October 1955, going out to listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Here is Eloise Brooks and the Dreamers on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records. Lots of California records tonight. And the song is called My Plea. This is for Bill Sheriff. Here you go, Bill, for you. Yeah, girl group sounds here on the Vinyltreasure show from California. California there, Eloise Brooks and the Dreamers, October 1955 release. That's on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records out of Los Angeles. My Plea is the name of the tune. That one there going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat. And if you like what Johnny G is doing, please give me a thumbs up. That's good against the AI police here that come after me although this show, they kind of are a little bit confused because they don't know a lot of these tunes, but they'll know a lot of the more contemporary things. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in 1956. Fill a request for listener Frank and Jerry Gingaro. So, Frank, I have to say that last week we played the Heartbeats for you with the song called Darling How Long. Now, you had a slash with this tune as the flip side, although it was not, because the flip side was Hurry Home Baby. But this is a great record, so I think you meant this song anyway. We're going to play it. Tell me if I'm wrong or not, but anyway, we're going to make it a special dedication. We're going to send this one out to Frank's wife, Jerry Gingaro, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. So we got to say happy birthday to Jerry Gingaro. She's having I'm going to say a great time with her family this weekend. It's a weekend thing, so happy birthday, Jerry. So glad that both of you are a listener and supporter of the Vinyltreasures show. So we'll send this one out to both of you. This group, of course, you know, from Jamaica, Queens. This is their follow-up to Darling How Long. Okay, a tune written by William Henry Miller and the lead singer. His name is James Shepherd. This is with Al Brown and his orchestra from May 1956. Here are the Heartbeats. The Heartbeats on Hull. It's called People Are Talking. This is going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro, and happy belated birthday to Jerry Gingaro. Here you go.
People are talking, saying that you and I are through. Say it isn't true. Tell me why. Please tell me why. Oh, tell me why. Do you treat me like you do? God meant it to be our love, no one can subdue. God gave me one heart. They said I was a fool to give my heart to you. People are talking, saying that you and I are through. Say it's true. Yes, God meant it to be our love, no one can subdue. Yes, God gave me one heart to give my heart to you. People are talking, saying that you and I are through. Say it isn't true. Say it isn't true. Say it's true.
There you go, May 1956, the great sound of James Shepherd and the Heartbeats on B. Castlin's Hull record label. People Are Talking is the name of the tune. That one they're going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat. And we especially send it out to Jerry Gingaro on her birthday, belated birthday wishes. Yesterday was her birthday, so happy birthday, Jerry, to you. And we want to mention that Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg, they are hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. You can hear that program on Sundays beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 to 5 on WRHU FM 88.7, also streaming on the internet at WRHU.org. Tomorrow will be an encore presentation. They will not be live tomorrow, or I think the following week, which is Mother's Day next week too. So, but you can tune in tomorrow to an encore presentation. That is the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg. You are listening to the Vinyl Treasure Show here. Johnny G spinning my 45s. We count down the music chronologically here. We are in the, what are we going to do here? We are in 1950s. Yes, still. And we're going to do a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts. Actually, Frank and Jerry requested the flip side of this, okay, on the Al Silver's Herald Records, okay, a group called the Sonnets, and we played for them Please Won't You Call Me. Daryl requested the flip side here. And the tune written by Dickie Goodman. Of course, he was half of that novelty break-in duo, Buchanan and Goodman, but he really was involved in lots of writing and lots of labels. Okay, so he wrote this tune from May of 1956 by request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Sonnets, Sonnets, the Sonnets on Herald. It's called Why Should We Break Up? Here you go, Daryl, for you, the Sonnets.
Why should we break up? Why should we part? Let's try and make up. Try to when the start don't go. You know I love you so. Why should we break up, sweetheart? We had a trouble. Let's let it pass. Bygones are bygones. Our love should last. Please say you'll stay. Don't go away. Why should we break up, sweetheart? Don't give my bracelet back to me. I don't want our friends to see. They want to know the reason why you're with another guy. Why should we break up? Let's both be wise. After it's over, we'll realize our fight that night just was a lie. Why should we break up, sweetheart? Hey! Don't give my bracelet back to me. I don't want our friends to see. They want to know the reason why you're with another guy. Why should we break up? Let's both be wise. After it's over, we'll realize our fight that night just wasn't right. Why should we break up, sweetheart? Why should we break up, sweetheart?
There you go. That one there going out to listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Sonnets. You really could throw your hips out on that one there. May 1956 on Al Silver's Herald Records. Why Should We Break Up is the name of the tune. I tell that to Barbara all the time. I do, but we have not yet. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I told you I'm going to try to do, well, I always play Collector Corner records from my listeners that they request all these, lots of rare records here. I'm just happy to have these things, okay, in the collection. But this is what I picked for the Collector Corner record of Sunday, we'll say, because I got one. It's a flip side for next week on the Juanita label. Actually, I'm going to play both sides of those Juanita 45s that I played last Sunday, I mean. But anyway, this is the Collector Corner record. This is an expensive 45. It's not that easy to find. There's the hardest G record is the Jets. Now, I don't know what's the second hardest. This is one of them. The Eminons I have, and is there another one that's hard? I'm talking on the red label, okay, not the yellow label. Okay, the coins are hard on the yellow label, but this is a hard one to get on the G label. And let's see. The group is called the Quintones, okay, not to be confused with the group out of Detroit that recorded for Park, okay, nor the group from York, Pennsylvania called the Quintones, okay, that also recorded for Chess and for Red Top and for Hunt Records. Totally different group. Interesting thing about this 45 is the writer credit, which is Julius Dixon, okay, Beverly Ross, and Wynn's DJ Alan Freed. So Bill Obe, my question to you is, and you can find out from who, you have sources, can you find out if Alan Freed played this record? Only because his name is on here. So I would think possibly he may have for a week, possibly trying to push this record. But it's with Jimmy Wright and the orchestra. It sounds like Ronnie Bright. It sounds like the bass of the Valentines is on this. But listen closely. From March 1956, our Collector Corner record of the night, here are the Quintones on George Goldner's G Records. And the song is called I'm Willing. Here you go, the Collector Corner record of the night.
I'm willing, so willing to make you my own, my darling. It's you I adore. I'm willing, so willing to be yours alone and give you my love evermore. So won't you open wide the door to your heart, and I'll come rushing in and never depart. Yes, well, I'm willing, so willing to share life with you. Please tell me that you're willing to. So won't you open wide the door to your heart, and I'll come rushing in and never depart. Yes, well, I'm willing, so willing to share life with you. Please tell me that you're willing to. Please say that you're so
Okay, the Collector Corner record of the night there by the Quintones. Yes, I know that, Karen Efron. That was my pitch to Bill Obe. Anyway, those are the Quintones on George Goldner's G Records. okay, from March of 1956, song entitled I'm Willing. I'm telling you, Greg would call me up on the phone with these records, and he knew he had a sale if he called me with that 45. He knew he could move it quickly, okay? These records they're just hard to find, and he found them. I really have to hand it to him for all the work that he did. Anyway, there you go. Let's continue here. Here's a bonus track from Johnny G. We go back out. All these California records, I don't know. I just saw them in the box. And I said, well, I haven't played this in a long time. Maybe I'll feature this as a bonus if I can fit it in. But we're going to do that with this 45. Don't know much about the group. Interesting name, though, for a California group. But it's on Robert Sherman's Tampa Records out of Los Angeles, California. And it's with Earl Hyde and his orchestra. Now, they're called the Flannels. Okay, now I know there's flannel pajamas, right? But why would a group call themselves the Flannels? I don't know, unless I'm missing. There's another definition of flannel. Somebody tell it to me in the chat room if there is. But anyway, came out in July of 1956, and this is a bonus track, The Flannels on Tampa. And when I first met Barbara, this was me. Well, I did this. The song is called So Shy. Here you go, the Flannels with a bonus track. Here we go.
So shy, that's why I stay away. So shy, it breaks my heart easy when all of the others are loving one another. I find that I am looking on as I know why must I be this way when I'll see you time and time again. I know I must recover, or else your love will die, then I'll be left alone, so shy. So shy. That's why I stay away. So shy. It breaks my heart each day when all the others are loving one another. I find that I am looking on inside. Oh, why must I be this way when I'll see you time and time again? I know I must recover, or else your love will die, then I'll be left alone, so shy.
That's what Barbara said to Johnny G. Don't be so shy, Johnny G, is what she said to me. I'm not shy now, I tell you that much. Anyway, there you go. The sound of the Flannels there. Who would be called the Flannels? In California, no less. I think they're from California. It's possible they're not. I don't know. Let me see something. Let me see what the writer credits are. Maybe they're not from California. Well, Benny Ray is the name. So maybe he could have been the lead. I didn't check. You're correct, Big Dave. Hey Ruby is the flip. It's the other side. The writers are Scott Johnson and A. Johnson, supervised by Bob Sherman, who I think, didn't we say that was his label here? No. Anyway, there you go. So Shy by the Flannels. That one there came out in July of 1956. That's on Tampa Records out of California. And Tampa Records. Okay, you'd think it'd be Florida possibly, but no. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for Davy Hecht in Virginia, right? As we go to Philadelphia, back to Philadelphia now. This is the group's second of 6 for the Atco record label. And this tune, written by Billy Dawn Smith and William Henry Miller, it features Yvonne Mills on lead. She was the lead singer of a group called The Sensations. This is from March of 1956, going out to Davy Hecht. The Sensations on Atco Records, and maybe they're addressing your host, Johnny G. It says, please, Mr. Disc Jockey. Here you go, Davy, for you, The Sensations.
Do, 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 do. Please, Mr. Disc Jockey, tell him I love him for me. Tell him for me. I sent him a letter and I called his home. There was no answer.
And they're going out to Davy Hecht in Virginia, the sound of Yvonne Mills and the Sensations there from March of 1956. That's their second release on the Atco record label. This is the maroon and maroon and gold writing, I guess. Please, Mr. Disc Jockey is the name of the tune. I think I have the Miller Sisters also. Actually, I could have played that to do a comparison. The Miller Sisters also do this 1960 on the Miller label, which I do have in the collection. And you know, the interesting thing is, if you listen to any of those old Alan Freed air checks, he's with all those dedications, Bobby to Mary in so-and-so high school, and all these like dedications, one after another, like, 10, 12 at the same time, and then they would go to the record. But that's what they used to do, the disc jockeys back then, that people would write into the station, the fan mail. Well, I get that fan mail now, too, via email. So if you want to send Johnny G fan mail, email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That's also for future requests. Let us continue here. And I used to do a rockabilly record of the week. I used to pick one to do it. And actually, I'm toying with the idea to do a Thursday afternoon show with Bill Obe on Rockabilly Records. I have to research the ones I have. I do have some rare ones in my collection, but I have to collaborate with Bill on that first, because I know many of you like rockabilly tunes, especially over in Europe. They're big fans of the rockabilly tunes, as is Indrajit Advani in the UK. So he requested this tune, wants to dedicate it to me and all the listeners in the chat room here. This singer from Greenway, Arkansas, right? Yeah. His name, Amos William McDonald, but he recorded as Skez McDonald. This is his 23rd release for the Capitol record label. Who is Harlan Howard, Charlene, who was a writer on this? Any idea who Harlan Howard it was? No? June 1956. Let's give a listen to Skez McDonald, as requested by UK listener Indrajit Advani. Gary Spring, do you know this record? And who else knows rockabilly in the chat room? I collect the label, so I had it. I was lucky to find it. Skez McDonald with You Ought to See Grandma Rock. This is on the Capitol label for UK listener Indrajit Advani. Here we go.
Says Granny, old and thin, ain't had a kiss since I don't know when. She grabbed a stranger passing by, said, let's go, Daddy, before I die. You ought to see Grandma rock. You ought to see Grandma rock. She got a party jumping in our block. You ought to see Grandma rock. And you ought to see Grandma rock. You ought to see Grandma rock. She got a party jumping in our block. You ought to see Grandma rock. Well, she grabbed Grandpa from his rocking chair, said, let's go, Daddy, don't be a square. He hit the floor, let out a moan. About 3 shakes, he was gone. You ought to see Grandma rock. You ought to see Grandma rock. She got everybody jumping in our block. You ought to see Grandma rock. And you ought to see Grandma rock. You ought to see Grandma rock. She got everybody jumping in our block. You ought to see Grandma rock. Yeah, let's rock it, but don't ruin it. Oh, Grandpa, he's wearing a frown. He can't keep up and she won't slow down. He can't find a bottom strong enough to satisfy her when she struts her stuff. Well, you ought to see Grandma rock. You ought to see Grandma rock. She got every party jumping in our block. You ought to see Grandma rock. Rock, rock, Grandmother rockin', yeah. 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 Rock, rock, Grandmother rockin'.
As June 1956 release there for Mr. Skez McDonald. Skez McDonald on the Capitol record label, going out to a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani. They're dancing those in those balls that they have there over in the UK. That's what they dance to. Wants to send it out to all the listeners in Johnny G's Vinyltreasure show chat room, and also to your host Johnny G. You ought to see Grandma rock. Well, great grandma, my mother was rocking. I took her. I said, Ma, you want to go shopping with me tomorrow? Okay, because Tony was here and she left. She's not here tonight. But she said, well, I'll go with you. Well, and she didn't know that it was the superstore, you know. So, because I was a little bit worried about her because she hasn't been out in a long time, but she was leaning on the carriage. So she went shopping with me, and she loved to shop. The guy that I buy the fish from, okay, because we buy fish every Friday. I had porterhouse steak tonight, though, and she picked it out, too. But so I said, well, this is my mom. You see me here on the phone all the time. This is the person I'm talking to. So they started talking, and it was cool. She really liked, I think, being out, but it was maybe a little bit too much at one time. but I was glad to get her out there. We'll see. Of course, my father gave me a big problem, because he doesn't want to go, and he doesn't want to be, but my sister was here. I have to have somebody here if I take her out. Anyway, so we saw Grandma rocking yesterday shopping. Anyway, Johnny G here babbling on for a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube page if you are new to this show. Got to be signed into YouTube, though, and give me a thumbs up if you like what you're hearing. Let us continue as we move into 1957 now. Let's fill a request for Liam Savoy in Australia. This group hails from Long Island, New York, and they included four brothers and a friend. They recorded for Mary Halanka's Acme Records. You know where I used to see Acme? Wile E. Coyotes. Anybody know Wile E. Coyote and the Road Runner? I think you used to see those. Why'd they put Acme on the trucks? Why'd they call it that? I don't know. But we heard they backed up 12-year-old Richard Lanham on your radio, which I played. Was it last Sunday that I played that record? But here they are. This one on Acme Records from February 1957. It goes out to Liam Savoy. The Tempo Tones with Get Yourself Another Fool. Here you go, Liam, for you. The Tempo Tones.
Yourself another fool. Ever thought you'd hurt me? Ever say goodbye? But now that you've gone, dear, let me hear you cry. You used me as you chose. Get yourself another fool. But now that you've gone, dear, I'll set my heart at ease. I'm gonna run right on in that world, yeah. Just as I played. Now I'm awakened. See what you've done. The game is all over, and you have won. You used me as you chose. Get yourself another fool. Get yourself another fool. Get yourself another fool.
Yeah, those are the Tempo Tones. Tempo Tones out of Long Island. And that one there on the, on the Acme label, February 1957. Get Yourself Another Fool is the name of the tune. Always fun to find. Paid 15 cents for that record many, many, many years ago. Found a box of 45s and the guy wanted 15 cents a piece. Oh, Copyright Police came out on that record. Wow, see? I spoke too soon. You got to start. Now you might have to hit your hearts with this next record here, but we'll see. And they just came out right now. Let's fill a request now for listener Amy King in our YouTube chat room. She is Johnny G's chat moderator, and she loves this singer from Dunleith, Minnesota, recorded for Vivian Carter's VJ record label, and this is his 10th release. 10th of 39 releases on the VJ label. And let's see here. In this charted, this was number 10 on the R&B chart, and also number 18 on WGES in Chicago. His 10th release on VJ from March 57, Mr. Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed on the VJ label, going out to Amy King in our YouTube chat room. It's called Honey, Where You Going? Here you go, Amy, for you, Jimmy Reed.
Seen a woman walking down the street, upsetting everybody she meets. Then she stopped up on the corner, talk with everybody she wanna. She fine, ooh, she fine. You fine, pretty baby girl, you're the one for me. I said, baby, honey, where you going? She said, darling, I wouldn't be knowing. She had on a long evening frock, stopped in the street and did a castle rock. She fine, ooh, she fine. You fine, pretty baby girl, you're the one for me. Gonna tell you what I'm thinking of. There isn't anything as greater than love. She looked at me, then she gave a smile. She shook her head and man, she winked her eye. But you fine, ooh, you fine. You fine, pretty baby girl, you're the one for me.
That one there going out to Amy King. Amy, they're figuring out your requests now. Ed Brown guessed it. I should give out T-shirts for that, right? Is what I should do. But there you go. Got Harmonica Blues here on the Vinyl Treasure Show for Amy King in our YouTube chat room. March 1957, Mr. Jimmy Reed on the VJ label. Honey, Where You Going is the name of the tune. Some of these VJs, we want the promo on that because these stock copies are grainy, so you'll hear some static in the record on these VJ stock copies. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let us continue. We'll be back tomorrow beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 to midnight tomorrow. We'll continue with the 1958 where we left off. We got a few more from 1957. We're going to talk about this record a little bit, a request for Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. So we go from Chicago to Detroit now, to the legendary Devorah Brown's Fortune record label for the sound of the $5. And this is their fourth release on the Fortune record label. And the tune written by the lead singer, his name is Charles Evans, okay, from March 57 for Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. The $5 with their tune called You Fool. Here you go, Gary, for you, the $5. Sounds of all the crackle and everything else on the Fortune label. Listen, sometimes some of them are not like that, but that one happens to be like that. But that one there by request for Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. That is March 57 release. Those are the $5. $5 with Charles Evans on lead and called You Fool. Okay, now we're going to flip this record over, okay, because we're going to talk about the flip side on this. I'll give you a little bit more information about these $5 because this group recorded under two names when they were signed with the Fortune record label. Okay, when they would back up any other artist, they were known as the Don Juans, but then when they were doing just their own releases, they were known as the $5. And I think they had like 6 releases in all on through 1960 on Fortune Records. Their last one, a cool tune, My Baby-O, back with That's the Way It Goes. But this was their fourth release as the $5. Now, the flip side, the true flip side of this 45, okay, is kind of an answer song. Andre Williams, also recording for the Fortune record label, had a tune called Bacon Fat that he did. Okay, and this is kind of like an answer tune to that. Okay, but we're going to hear this because this is the true B-side of the record. Okay, and the song was co-written by the lead singer on this. His name is Little Eddie Hurt, okay, who also sang lead with the group. So let's flip it over and give a listen to the true B-side from March 57, the B-side of You Fool. These are the $5 with How to Do the Bacon Fat. Here we go. A true B-side. Here we go.
Yes, it's me, and I'm back again. You know me, I'm Andre's friend. Talking about that thing they call a natural fact. It's sweeping the nation. That thing, bacon fat. The record is selling, but the dance is kind of slow. So me and my boys gonna show you how it goes. It goes. Do it good, children, do it good. I got mercy. Throw me out in the alley now. Way down where the kangaroos talk. Yes, do it good, cause that's what they say you are. Now after you take your left leg and move it back slow, you wiggle your hips and then you go down low. Wind up twice and come up with a bump, then you clap your hands and give a little jump. It goes. Do it good, chillin'. God mercy. Then you go. Get your hands out of them greens, boy. Shoot daddy down the peas. Then you go. But the chicken will never like this. Yeah. Play that music, boy. Play that music. Yeah. Get way down low. God mercy. Now after you take your left leg, I say, and take it down low. You wiggle your hips and then you go down low. Now you wind up twice and you come up with a bump. Then you clap your hands, chillin', and give a little jump and go. Do it good, chillin', do it good. Yeah, help yourself there. Throw me way down in the alley. Down where they say you are, where the kangaroos talk. Then you go. Yeah. God mercy. God mercy. Do it good now.
Okay, there you go, folks. So that is the true. Well, I don't know, that might have been the ace. Hold on a second. Let me just check here. See if this was really the intended ace side of this record. 99. Yeah, I think this was the ace side. They try to push this to be like an answer tune to the Bacon Fat by Andre Williams. Okay, the $5 featuring Little Eddie Hurt with How Do You Do the Bacon Fat? Okay, so what happened at some of the pressing plants, okay, they messed up somehow with the master for the flip side here when they pressed the record. Okay, so I don't know, a pressing plant mistake, so they pressed the record up with this label, okay, saying how do you do the Bacon Fat? But when you played it, you did not get that. Okay, you got something else. Okay, so I have one of those copies. Spence sold me this record a long time ago, and so I don't know if there's a different. It's got to. If there's a difference in the dead wax, I'll check to see. But the song, somebody put a sticker over this. Why they did? I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to leave it. But that's how I got it. I said I'll take it anyway. So it says "Wandering," but I think it's "I'm Wandering" is really the name of the tune, and it's not the five. It's not the $5. It's really the 5 Jets. The 5 Jets that recorded for the Deluxe label, okay, with Joe Murphy on lead. So it's a completely it's a big mistake, okay? And I think you have to play them to see. I'm going to check to see what the matrix numbers are here. But anyway, so I figured I'd play it for you. This is the mistake flip side from March 57, the 5 Jets with I said wandering. It's wandering, not wandering. Wandering. That's what it says. This is unfortunate. Some kind of mess up. The 5 Jets, Joe Murphy on lead. Here you go. Yeah, mistakes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's the error. Let me see something here, because the other one has the is exactly what it says on the label for the matrix number. This one has let me see. Well, this is yeah, this has it looks different, even though it says 833 and then it's got like a 150 with an M. So something's odd with that. So that's how you can tell. So when you look in the dead wax for this record, you should see 833 F99. Okay, this says 833 and then it says like 150 and with an M circled under it like that. So it is a different thing. But anyway, there you go. We got a couple more records to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And this is 1957. We're going to close with this block here. And this is a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris. Okay, this group from Harlem, New York. Okay, and recorded as the Empires, also for Harlem, also the Prestos on the Mercury label. And then they did one for Bobby Robinson's Whirling Disc record label as the Whirlers. Now, the song written by the lead singer of the group, John Barnes, and this is actually I think this is this is the Rhythm and Blues Serenade closing song, okay, for Frank and Gordon on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on Sundays. This is their closing song, so Frank knows this well as we do. From May of 1957, by request for listener Casey Hines, the Whirlers on Whirling Disc Records. It's called Tonight and Forever. Here you go, Casey, for you.
Tonight and forever, I'll be loving you forever. Yes, we'll be together. Tonight and forever, we were meant for each other, like sister and brother. Yes, we'll be together. Tonight and forever. Loving you forever. Yes, we'll be together tonight and forever. We were meant for each other, like sister and brother. Yes, we'll be together tonight and forever. Loving you forever. Yes, we'll be together tonight and forever.
AI identified that record. They did. Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Casey Hines in Paris, May 1957. John Barnes and the Whirlers, a.k.a. the Empires, on Bobby Robinson's Whirling Disc record label, Tonight and Forever. 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's go to the Bronx, New York now. Fill a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. I was in Louis Silvani's store in Dobbs Ferry when Greg Surik sold me this record and Shirley by the Rainbows at the same time. I was there because he took me to the side. It was kind of a revised connection with, because we kind of separated for a while. We weren't talking to each other from the early days, but then we reconnected. But he sold me this record, and it's a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. This is on Andy Leonetti's Safari Records. It features 12-year-old Ralph Molina. Ralph Molina is on lead. The group is called The Personalities. This is with Tico Wilshire and his orchestra from September 1957. The Personalities on Safari. It's called Yours to Command. This is going out to Ronnie Sherman. Here you go, Ronnie, for you. Kitty Leeds here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to listener Ronnie Sherman. The Sound of the Personalities there. The Personalities, September 1957. It's on Safari Records. It's called Yours to Command. That's 12-year-old Ralph Molina. He's the lead singer on that. You know, I was talking to Chris Varelis one day. Chris Varelis, a top record collector, also record dealer. Now, he told me he had some information about this singer, Ralph Molina. He would become the drummer of Neil Young's band Crazy Horse. He did. And that the band recruited members of Danny and the Memories that recorded for the Valiant label back in 1964. Some interesting information found out by Chris Varelis. Those are the Personalities. Let us continue here. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Let's fill a request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. This singer originally from Houston, Texas, vocalist, pianist, who had a lot of releases on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records starting back in 1945, recording for the Aladdin label. And Gary requested his 41st of 53 releases on the Aladdin label. And his name is Amos Milburn. And there is a group on this, too, by the way. This is with the Johnny Mandel Orchestra from February 1957 for Gary McClendon. Here is Amos Milburn with his song called Soft Pillow. There you go, Gary, for you.
Laying on my soft pillow, just can't sleep a wink. It's you, pretty baby, it's you of whom I think. Think about all the good times, baby, I've had with you, and all those sweet little things, baby, you say and do. Crazy about you, baby. Crazy about you, baby. Crazy about you, baby, and I just can't help myself. Laying on my soft pillow, teardrops fill my eyes. It's a miserable, miserable feeling whenever you say goodbye. Good condition, baby, begging you to understand. You know, pretty baby, I'm nothing but a loving man. Crazy about you, baby. Crazy about you, baby. Crazy about you, baby, and I just can't help myself. Soft pillow, just can't sleep a wink. It's you, pretty baby, it's you of whom I think. Think about all the good times, baby, I've had with you, and all those sweet little things, baby, you say and do. Crazy about you, baby, crazy about you, baby, crazy about you, baby, and I just can't help myself. Crazy about you, baby, and I just can't help myself.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Amos Milburn, usually singing about adult beverages, but not on that one. That one there from February 1957 on the Aladdin record label, song entitled Soft Pillow. Well, it's time for Johnny G, although I got hours more to go to put my head on a soft pillow. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool records as requested by you, with a couple of bonus records put in by me. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the tunes here and the chatter from Johnny G. And please consider subscribing if you have not yet done so to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. And you can still get requests in for tomorrow if you send them to me early. I got a couple slots there. I'll fill them with a bonus track. Okay, but I do have lots of requests for. We're going to pick it up tomorrow. I got an instrumental on the what is that label out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Arrow Records is my instrumental, and then we're going to kick it off with 1958. But anyway, so email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. The show should be up momentarily on. Well, it's on available on YouTube. It'll be instantaneous, but the chat won't be there. So you got to give it about an hour or so, and then the chat will pop up, and you'll be able to see that. But I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program. Thank you, Charlene, for all your help. And again, I will be back tomorrow with more of the Vinyl Treasure Show. We'll begin the countdown from 1958. We're going to close the show tonight with a bonus track that I picked, although Davey Hecht, I think you were talking about this record in one of your emails to me, that you wanted to hear this. This group is out of Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, they were formed by Bill Pinkney, okay, after he was fired from the Drifters. I know a lot about firings, folks, with my jobs that I've had. But he was fired by the Drifters manager for asking for a raise, okay? And he recruited an ex-drifter to record with him. His name was Bobby Hendricks, and he called the group the Flyers, and they had this lone release that came out on the Atco record label, a great tune I was turned on to by the late George Doowop Tompkins. The song, written by Charles Singleton and Rosemary McCoy, it features Bobby Hendricks, such a great voice he had. Bobby Hendricks is on lead, and we lost Bobby Hendricks on March 25th, 2022 from Alzheimer's at the age of 84. Our closer tonight, a bonus track from March 57, The Flyers on the Atco label. It's called My Only Desire. My only desire is to play my 45s here on a Saturday evening. I will do it tomorrow beginning at 9 p.m. right here only on YouTube. That's going to do it, folks, and I hope to see you tomorrow evening. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, the Flyers. They're playing in the playoffs, right, Arch?
My only desire, my dear, is to make you mine. It's been my desire, my dear, for a long, long time. I don't know how badly you need me. All I know is just how much I need you. For your love is the kind that could lead me to do things I thought I couldn't do. That's what my only desire, my dear, is to win your heart. It's been my desire, my dear, from the very start. If you say you wouldn't be mine, I wouldn't want someone new. 'Cause my only desire is to have no one but you.
is to have no one but you.